I'm bringing home a baby bumblebee. Won't my mama be so proud of me? 'Cause I'm bringing home a baby bumblebee.
Alright, it's first day, Sunday. It's the 15th of April. I had a neighbor come by first part of the week there and tell me they had a building that has been long abandoned here, but it's come back into use, or they're getting ready to start using, I'm not sure which, here in the community. I knew I was a beekeeper, and asked me would I be interested in helping them get some bees out of a wall in this old structure. So as it happens, I need some bees. My bees were lost a couple years ago, and I haven't had a chance to replace them due to health and busy life and some other things that was going on. So I've been in consideration of replacing those bees, but resources and timing not seem appropriate. And recently I was talking to a beekeeper friend of mine, and I said, well, look, if the Most High wants me to have bees, he'll have to make provision for them, because I just don't have time to work on that myself. So I've got a lot of other things going on, trying to feed people and other ministry things and some things I got going on. So as it turns out, old gentleman stopped by and asked me was I interested in bees, and could I get them out the wall and help them out. And so called a friend of mine, Jimmy Chambers, and Jimmy and his dad, a beekeeper in his 80s, came over and shared a lot of wisdom and knowledge with us, and praise Most High, brought his bee vacuum. And I've got 10 minutes of video here that follows this little spiel, where you'll be able to see in action when I'm getting ready to tell you how this beehive was captured. Now, I've captured some bees before in trees. They're much easier to do than in this building. But basically what you do is you take the siding off in such a way as you can replace it easily enough, put it back up. Then you have to cut to where the bees are. You got to get to where that bee is. And so what we did is we took the siding down. This was a very old building, with a lot of real wood, hard wood, no kidding sort of building. And you'll be able to see in the video if you look at the timbers. The floor joist timber is a 12 by 12, a 12 by 12. So anyway, took the siding down, took a skill saw, cut a hole to where the bees were. Took the bee, and you take the bee vacuum, you vacuum up some bees to get them kind of calm and out the way. Take the hive structures down, take those down, place them inside of the box, the frame, tie them in. Ideally, from what Mr. Chambers, Jimmy Dad, was telling us, you'll want to use a heavy sewing grade thread instead of a cotton string like I used. But I was told, by all these wonderful books, that those bees will consume that cotton thread because they want it out of their hive. If not, I'll go in and cut it out, once they get those structures built back up. But either way, next time I will be using the thread, because the experience is better than the book in every case. And so, anyway, place those comb structures back inside. Get as many of the brood structures in as you can. Pick brood over honey, because brood is your next generation. So, put those structures in, secure them in place, populate your box. And in this particular case, we got all but one frame. And we could have filled that one frame, but we want to leave space to get those bees in, because we're not sure if we got the queen or not. Which it turns out looks like since we actually got that box on ground, when we populated the cages back with the bees, they pheromoned up nicely, populated the door, and filled that box right back up. So it does look like that we did get the queen, but a week will tell the tale there. Cut the hole out, vacuumed the bees up, got the cells out, moved them over, vacuumed up the rest of the bees, populated 2 cages with them, brought the box back here to the farm, put it where we're going to put it, where it gets mostly all day sunshine, and then we oriented the door facing south. I actually put it out in an area that has pretty much no foot traffic from the farm here, and populated with bees. And so we will leave those bees alone. I will check on them the end of the week, before I make my trip out of town on next first day. I'll check and make sure I have new larvae, new bee larvae, make sure that queen's in there and doing her job. If she is not, then I will need to get hands on a queen. It'll be about 15-20 bucks. So anyway, upcoming the video is you'll see that at work, me, friend of mine Jimmy, friend of mine Eric, Charlie was there helping to taste honey and just watch, and Mr. Chambers, Jimmy's dad, who was a fountain of knowledge and very very genuinely nice gentleman who had a desire to teach and help share that knowledge that he has. Myself, of course. You know, when you go out and you capture bees, it may be easier just to buy yourself, you know, a swarm. But when you capture live bees, you know, live swarm, you know those bees are getting the job done and they're healthy. Especially in this case, you know, we had some very, very good, you know, comb structures with a lot of honey and a lot of healthy bees and brood. And this particular, you know, endeavor was the first time I had participated. I had a gentleman, Mr. Brock, who kind of taught me a lot about bees, but you know, capturing bees from a tree is a lot different than capturing them from a building. And so just wanted to take a few moments and show you what was going on here and encourage you to consider bees if you have space for them. They're good for your plants, good for your produce, good for your community, about 3 miles around you. And they're a good way to get honey for practically free. Of course, you have to spend some time, you have to gain some knowledge. You know, bees, when they sting, they hurt. I got stung about 14 times a day. I didn't cry. You know, you man up. And you get kind of used to it. You just pull that stinger right out and move on. Mr. Chambers Sr., I'm not sure how many times he got stuck, but he got stung enough that it was like, oh, I got stuck. So there you go. Be encouraged. Enjoy the video and consider keeping bees for yourself. The king is coming.
Wet stuff, where is it?
Wait a minute, let me get this in there. So you get it right there.
Okay.
That'll help hold that
Help
up.
that in, won't it?
Huh?
It'll help hold that in.
Yeah. And we're going to break off another piece, put some in there.
Well,
Huh?
no easy way to do this. I've not found an easy way to do it. Tell you what, wax moths are everywhere, aren't they? Look at that. Alright. Now, anybody got a pocket knife? I don't have a pocket knife with me. I know what happened. I looked on my mantelpiece in my bedroom and I said, Lord, I got to get my pocket knife. thread, Mike, you see why it's easy with thread. You just
Yeah, that's what you need sewing thread. There's a hole up there.
because they can chew the sewing thread out.
Gotcha.
Because this is cotton.
You got some wax stuff over there. Wax cotton thread. You want to try that?
Do you?
Yeah.
Let's try that. It's got some wax cotton thread. That was already tied off on. What you doing?
I'm running the wrong way.
Okay. Yeah, if I found a queen, all the bees be over here with us.
That's right, every one of them.
We ain't looking her right now.
We're gonna give her a reason to feel at home.
All the pieces. That's what a dado blade will do to you. It'll heat you up.
This is capturing bees right up the road from the house here. Capturing a swarm out of a old schoolhouse. There we go. More to come. All right, we're placing their natural structures in this box here.
No, don't do anything but just lay it on. And cut that end off right down there. Tear it up as high as you can. That'll hold it in, man, if you get that stuff on there real quick.
String?
They get ornery, little.
Are they?
They get ornery. Don't try to sting me, but no, they're gonna kill me. I've been stung all and
We're real blessed. The bees didn't act like bees at first, but
they act like bees now.
they're starting to realize that something unusual is going on. So all you people who love honey and want to eat the honeycomb, you want to buy honey with the honeycomb, just remember that that honeycomb actually looks like that when it goes into that jar you're
That's
buying.
correct.
And so you just eat it all you want to.
You don't eat the honeycomb, Mike?
Ah, if I have to.
You eat the fruit? That's a bear's favorite food. Get yours up higher. We're ready to hatch.
That's why I was blowing. I was hoping that she would come. Hoping she would shake her backside to me and say, "Howdy, Jimmy."
So you often hear about getting some fresh local honey. Hold that for me, Charlie. This is about as fresh wildflower honey as it gets. Would you like to try some honey, Charlie?
Sweet as honey.
Literally. doing is gathering the bees to put back in the new box. We're just vacuuming them up down to like a homemade bucket here with a cage in it. Very gentle vacuuming. Go to a cage like this one. Then the cage is going to get dumped in the box. Alright, the frame assembly has continued. Strapping that hive, brooder hive back in. Jimmy's dad being kind enough to share wisdom with us. Thank you, sir.
You haven't got my bill yet.
Uh-oh.
You get a contractor's bill plus a beekeeper's bill.
Oh, okay.
You got a hole in that thing right there.
Yeah, it's a pretty good size one, too.
But they do make bale covers that are going to work back in there. If you're going to mess with bees, no, just a little bit too short. All right.
We've populated all these, and we got 3 more left to build out here. We may or may not have sufficient to build. Let's go see. Oh, of course, we've been eating honey. I don't know if we're supposed to tell that part. We got all that comb out. And there's the bees. There we go. Now we're looking to see if our girlfriend is in there. Man, I don't see them balled up.